Patent-pending design fits sedans, hatchbacks, minivans and SUVs. Consult manufacturer website for specific vehicle fit information. Patented quick snap setup design allow for super quick setup right out of the box. 16 inches long carry arms easily accommodate up to 3 bicycles, 100 pounds max capacity. Individual dual compound tie-down cradles secure and protect bicycles. Extra large car pads help to distribute bicycle's load and protect vehicle finish. Allen's warranty does not cover items purchased through third-party sellers. Important: please consult manufacturer webpage for specific vehicle fit. Top reviews from the United States. Great 3 bike rack, 1,000 miles at 70 miles per hour, no problem. I bought this rack for a 1,000-mile road trip from Florida to Virginia for the TransAm and it didn't disappoint. I have previously owned a cheap and cheerful Bell 2 bike rack that did the job, but it was not as well constructed or as stable as this rack. I had 3 specialized hybrids on the rack, 1X large, 1X medium, 1X small frame, and it worked a treat on the trunk of a Nissan 17 Altima rental. All 3 bikes had rear pannier racks, one also with a front fork rack. I took the pedals off to ensure fit and that so that the frames wouldn't scratch, and the seats off to reduce the weight and windage. Windy and rainy the whole way up, but the rack had no problems, even considering it was running at about 90% of its 100 pounds rating. A few white-knuckle moments for me at 70-ish mph going over bumps coming off of bridges on the I-70, but the rack didn't budge. I had to retighten the side straps once, about 1/16, after about 200 miles when I detected a slight left-to-right wobble starting, but it is to be expected with a new rack with straps that have yet to stretch, and I had heaps of notice in the rear view mirror. No requirement to adjust the top and bottom, elasticized, straps. I used some bungees to ensure that the wheels stayed tight together and some old neoprene taped onto 3 or 4 points across 3 bikes where I thought they may rub on such a long journey. I like the rubber straps used to keep the bikes in the frame over the velcro on my last rack. The inner bike was well clear of the trunk and rear bar of the Altima. I read some reviews critical of how hard it is to fit 3 bikes onto the frame, but in reality it's a breeze. Alternate them front to rear, and if you're not prepared to spend 5 minutes taking off the pedals, you deserve to get your car or bike scratched. I see how if you used it all the time it could possibly wear the contact points on the paint of the trunk, and I would address this with some rubber, maybe old inner tube, in between the mounting strap hooks and the trunk. Great rack for the price, even better for me as I bought it as a warehouse deal. And I highly recommend it for those who can't have or don't want a permanent rack and need to move 3 bikes.